it's Edina Kardos from Hungary up against Terayama Tamaki of Japan. And Tamaki will be the anchor for the Japanese team and will fence 9th in the 9th leg. And the anchor for Hungary will be Muhari. So Japan on the right, Hungary on the left. And if you're new to fencing, then 3 people on the team plus 1 reserve. Hungary do have a reserve, so we'll need to see if they actually use the reserve or not. And each fencer fences each other. So 9 matches in total, 3 minutes per bout, and or up to a target score of 5 per bout. Although it's a ladder scoring system, so the target score in the first bout is 5, then it's 10, 15, 25, all the way up to 45 at the top at the end of the match. So if there are low scoring, and particularly in epee, you might see a low scoring bout in the beginning of the game. That scores can be then made up as we go through. So as with individual epee, having a lead so important in this weapon because of the ability to double out and to double. The only weapon where if both fences hit at the same time, then both get a point. Terayama getting an individual light on the box, a single light on. Lovely circular disengage of Kardos's blade, and then ducking under the point of the taller fencer. Terayama landing, going for the foot there. Kardos leveling the scores. Terayama, 21 years old, 195th world ranking. And Edina Kardos, 22 years old, 180th in the world. So the scores sit at 2 apiece. There's less than a minute left on the clock in this first period. Terayama happy to double that one out. So no one wanting to give away a lead as they hand over to the second fencers that will be coming on. So the score sits at 3 apiece. And Terayama will hand over to Yoshimatsu Rinka, and Edina Kardos will hand over to Esther Muhari. Yoshimatsu, 24 years old, world rank 234th. Up against 20-year-old Esther Muhari, whose world ranking is 23. So this could be an opportunity for Hungary to unleash. So 10 is the target for this second leg. Muhari made the 64 at the World Championships in the individual competition, placed 54th in Milan just before flying over to China for these university games. And Yoshimatsu getting a double there, and very happy with it. This will be one of the legs that Hungary will target and say, right, okay, we've got to score big here. So Hungary trying to establish that early lead. Muhari had like 3 goes at that. First attack failed, then the remise fell short, and then finally, third time of asking, 8-4 the score. And because it didn't go up to 5 in the first leg, it gives the opportunity for Muhari to score more than 5 on the second leg. So a tactical move there, I think, by Cardos in leg 1, not to really push things on and allow her teammate Muhari the opportunity and space on the scoreboard to extend a lead. So a double finishes it off, and the score sits at 10-5, so a very good leg for the Hungarians. And Jasmine Toth is coming on for Hungary, 20 years old, world rank 91. And for Japan, it is Hana Saito, who's 20 years old, world rank 90, so top 100 in the world, Saito. Saito was in Milan, didn't make the 64 at the World Championships. Saito getting a single light on the box there. There's some fakes to the foot, and then a couple of fakes to the foot, and then dropping down and from her knees coming up and hitting top. a little bit too far out from Saito. Toth able to double that one out. Again, doubled out. So the target for this third leg is 15. So another double would see us to the fourth leg, 15-10, potentially. Can Saito get one single light here? He's done one already. Toth's got the single light though, so it's 15-9. And pretty good leg there from Saito, but slightly better from Toth. And we go back into the rotation again, and coming on next for Hungary is Adina Kardos, and for Japan we're going to see Yoshimatsu again. So we're a third of the way through, and Hungary have, well, a comfortable lead. It's not insurmountable that the Japanese can come back at this. Yoshimatsu's perhaps their least experienced fencer, who's on now. Interesting that Yoshimatsu is a pommeler. There's two different types of grip that you can get in epee fencing. There's the pistol grip, which you can see that Kardos's hand is kind of like a fist holding on. It gives you more control, but the pommel grip, you can get a little bit more reach and length, but you lose control. And Yoshimatsu, not the tallest of fencers, opting to go for a pommel grip. You often see that slightly shorter fencers don't do pommeling, and it's that you need the control to work your way in, and you need to be able to work off your opponent's blade. And you don't have the same strength and control with the pommel grip as you do with the pistol grip. So Hungary extending their lead, 2 single lights for Kardos. Has brought the score to 17-9. Yoshimatsu attacks, Kardos able to double that one out. Well, Yoshimatsu doesn't want to give away any more points. Unfortunately, she's done just that. And the 2 times that she's been on, the Hungarian team have really targeted Yoshimatsu and said, right, okay, we're going to go for it and try and score as many as possible. And when you've got the lead, it makes things a lot easier as well. For 20, the target for this 4th round. Cardos just pushing Yoshimatsu right to the back of the piece, and she had nowhere to go. And that's the end of the fourth period. A comfortable win. Cardos winning that one 5-1. So the score goes to 20-10. And Yasmin Toth will come back on for Hungary, as will Teruyama Yamaki of Japan. Teruyama got a bronze medal in the individual women's epee. Yasmin Toth finished 10th in the individual competition. Teruyama is doing good work and doing some catch-up here. So there's space on the scoreboard for Teruyama to really catch up. 25 is the target for this fifth leg. Teruyama's one thought will be just to try and close the deficit, close the gap up. It was 10 points going into this fifth leg. Teruyama really likes to work off the blade of her opponent. This is a lovely little contest here. Because both fencers like to try and control their opponent's blades. We're not seeing nearly as many doubles. Just as I say that, the double is scored. Teruyama was attacking but didn't quite get the point out of the way. Well, 1 point back. Now just 9 the deficit. And Muhari will come back on for Hungary and Saito for Japan. Mahari 7th in the individual contest. Hana Saito 14th. Saito really picked the moment to attack then. Lured Nuhari into attacking. Muhari has this peculiar on-guard position where she really leans forward and puts a lot of weight on that front foot, even when she's going backwards in defense. That's to keep the point of the epee as far in front of her as possible. So 3 apiece in this individual matchup. 30 is the target for this leg. We're not going to get to that. It gives us room on the scoreboard as we go into the final third. So that's that. The changeover comes and we go into this final third, and this is where things really start to get interesting. We've got Toth that will come on and we'll meet Yoshimatsu. Now Yoshimatsu has been the one that's let the point slip for Japan. She lost against Mohari 7-2 and lost 5-1 against Cardos. So expect Japan to So it was basically try and contain. And Yoshimatsu is really expected to go on here and not allow Toth to go on to any kind of hitting spree. Yoshimatsu will do her best to keep the distance large. We might even see non-combativity. It depends what Toth's been told to do. Yoshimatsu definitely told to stay out of trouble. Try and let the clock tick down as much as possible, not give too many points away. It's a 10-point deficit. It is possible in the final two legs if both Saito and Terayama really go for it. The double is good for Japan and Yoshimatsu. Halfway through. So Yoshimatsu doing the job that she's been asked to do, which is basically not allow Hungary to advance the scoreboard too much. It's still a 10-point deficit, but it's not insurmountable as we tick down towards the end of this 7th period. The fireworks will start either in the penultimate or in the last leg, when Japan are going to have to try and claw back this deficit. So we go and out of the 7th and into the 8th, and Jasmine Toth finishes with a positive score indicator of +1, and Yoshimatsu -11. So 11 more points lost than she scored. But in that 7th leg, Yoshimatsu did the job, did it well. Just wound the clock down, didn't allow Hungary to increase their lead. A one-point increase. It's still a 10-point deficit. It's an awful lot for Japan to make back up. But expect them to go for it now. They have to. pace has really increased now, and it's another single light. Great start for Saito. They might just start to believe. Saito's attack parried there by Cardos, able to get a single light on. Saito will continue to press forward. She has to. And attack from a little bit too far out there. So, 2 single lights from Cardos has leveled the score. Saito's epee just coming unplugged. Well, unlucky from Saito, but excellent from Cardos. Able just to hit to the hand. Better. Remember, 40 is the target for this leg, so it's not. There's room on the scoreboard for Japan to catch up. Just about getting the deficit close enough so that when they hand over to their anchor, Terayama, there is a possibility of playing catch-up. Close from Saito. Every time that Saito is able to close the gap, Cardos seems to come back with single light hits. So 6-4 in this 8th period. 8 points the deficit. I wonder if Japan would take that as they hand over to Terayama. Or can Saito get one more? She doesn't want to give one back to Cardos, that's for sure. Needs to be very careful going in on the attack now. Made absolutely sure that she wasn't hit there as she went past Cardos. And the coach from Hungary is just asking the referee to check if there was a parry with the non-fencing arm. So when Saito passed Cardos, Saito can only hit once she's level, but the fencer that has passed or the fencer that stood on the piece that gets past, is allowed one attempt to hit their opponent as they go past. So Carlos there has the attempt to hit. And that motion of a hand parry. Couldn't really see it on the slow motion replay that we saw, from the camera that we saw, because it's from this 45-degree angle. And we just saw Carlos hitting behind her. We didn't see what Saito was doing. The referees have a different camera angle, and it's from front on. Well, it's basically it faces the piece from the middle. Well, might see better from this angle here. So Saito goes past. So after all that, there was no infringement, nothing given. They reset where they are on the piste. And the delay actually works in Japan's favor. So 7-4 the score. Oh, Carlos getting one back with just 4 seconds left on the clock in this 8th leg. Saito going for it now. It's the end. Stop. Calls the referee, and well, Saito did well, 8-5 in the 8th, and it's now a 7-point deficit. And it is Terayama that will come on for Japan against Muhari of Hungary. Now, these two actually met in the quarterfinals of the individual contest, and Terayama won that one 12-9. She's going to have to win this one by a whole lot more. So 3 minutes on the clock. 3 minutes for Terayama to score 7 points more than Muhari. 45 is the target, so there's room on the scoreboard for the Japanese to do this. But equally, Muhari knows that Terayama has to come forward and can expect the attack and wait for the attack and defend and look for those parries. Again, Terayama having to come in and attack from a little bit too far out. And Muhari taking the blade of the Japanese fencer and then pronating the wrist and hitting Terayama as she came past. It's all very comfortable now for Hungary. Muhari has defended very well against the attacks from Terayama. 3 single lights. And that advantage that, or that good work that Saito did in the 8th period is being wiped out here. So there's a minute left, and there's really nothing left to lose for Japan. Terayama has to really start to go for it now. The referee had called halt before Terayama hit there. They had come together, bodies touching. Well, Muhari just knows what Terayama's got to do with 20 seconds left on the clock. Well, it will finish with a flurry. Terayama has to come and attack, doubled out. 5 seconds left on the clock. Time for maybe a couple of more if Terayama just sprints at her opponent. And that is almost that. Well, the points were given away a little bit too early in the contest there for Japan, and a little bit too easy for Hungary. And the Hungarian team have won the bronze medal. Referee confirms the score, then they can high five and congratulate each other. And the Hungarian team are confirmed the bronze medal winners.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match is Team Hungary. Let's applaud for the fencers from both teams.
So congratulations to Team Hungary. They've won the bronze medal here. Disappointment for Japan. And we're going to have a look at some of the highlights from that contest. Now, if you're joined at the beginning of the show, you'll have heard me say that unfortunately there is no men's bronze medal match for the saber contest because of the injury to the Japanese team, an injury on the Japanese team when they faced the Republic of Korea. So it's given Kazakhstan automatically the bronze medal. And the gold medal match of the women's team epee will